Nerd News Cafe, Stir It Up, with Matt, Landon, and Justin.
Get ready to stir it up. It is round 15. I am here on your Thursday, and Justin is here on your Thursday.
I'm here.
And
Present.
Landon is here.
No. I am mayor of Fart Swamp. Landon.
Mayor of Fart Swamp. Landon Doan is here. He is keeping it stanky.
Exactly. Vote down
Let me tell
in
you.
the Fart Swamp.
We are ready to get buck wild because we have all decided to not see each other except in the video element, and that's what you're getting today, baby.
Yeah, we can
That's what
certainly
you're
see
getting
each
today.
other. Hey,
I
Matt.
love how we all simultaneously just kind of did karate moves at the camera. That was awesome.
We have to. Yeah!
Let me just tell you that I prefer this because it's a lot less smelly over here. I've got a full table to myself. This is a pretty sweet setup. I'm pretty good with this.
Activities and space. He's going to make Mega Desk here in a minute.
Oh,
Yeah.
Megadesk is already full. It's in full effect.
Full effect.
That's right. Like we like to say, you're not to the weekend yet. You got a long way to go, but we're going to help you get there today. We should kick it off with a little comic book corner. What do you think?
Yeah, it's
Doot, 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 doot. Jay's comic book corner.
we need an intro and some music for this.
What was that? That was what just happened.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
I thought that's what was going on.
I didn't know what that was. It sounded like a small, I don't know, Jack in the Box was being stomped, but I wasn't sure.
Could be that too.
These things hurt. They hurt my one feeling.
One feeling.
So this week I did something a little different. I did go down to Nerdvana Knoxville and
There we go.
bought my comic books local. And
Shop local.
yep, picked up my weekly stash of goodies. But knowing that I never have enough time to get to all of them, I decided to leave it to our lovely, wonderful fans to let me know what they wanted to hear about. This was a very DC tilted comic book week for me because I picked up Wildstorm number 3, and I picked up Batwoman number 2. It didn't take me 2 months to get that one, and
Oh, come on now.
and then also I got.
It's like gimmick.
Yeah, I know. That was going to be the running joke for a long time. Just keep teasing
Yeah.
Batwoman and it never shows up. But no.
Yeah. Apologies to Batwoman.
All the writers and creators.
But I did get Batman number 21, which is actually, it's a big one. It's got the hologram cover. It's the button number 1 starting the, I'm going to try to show this on camera to those
There we go.
those friends that could not be with me here today. Look at that. Look at the Batman.
Hologram cover.
Yeah.
That is cool. Very
I
old
don't think
school
I've heard of a
feeling.
hologram cover in a long time.
Right? Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It has the
that
so
stuff.
one angle you've got Batman holding up the bloodstained button, and then if you turn it ever so slightly, then you have the Flash, Barry Allen. Let me just tell you. So I was excited about Royal City number 2 coming out this week. Jeff Lemire's kind of independent project. I picked that one up too. But I did leave it to the fans, and I said, I put the poll out there on Twitter at nerd_news_cafe, and asked, which one of these comics do you want to hear about? And basically I said, whatever 2 received the most votes, those are the 2 I'll talk about. Well, to my great delight, both Batwoman and Batman were picked. And so it's always a good week when you get to talk about Batman.
For some people.
I'm going to start... with...
Clark Kent over here.
Oh, by the way, today is the April 25th, and I read on Twitter, I think it was today was the anniversary of the first appearance of Joker, so appropriate that we're going to talk a little bit about Batman. Yeah. But we're going to start with Batwoman, who did not appear 60 years ago when Joker did. I don't know. That seems like a long time, but it could have been. Just basically, like, it set the scene. She's now gone off. She's not with Bruce anymore. He sent her on a mission to go find who was essentially distributing this monster serum that they discovered in downtown Gotham that was making these like super monster things that they were having to take care of. But she, I guess, as is kind of her MO, she gets sidetracked on a little bit of a personal thing while she's overseas and starts looking for one of her former companions. And so this one, you get a lot more backstory, a lot more of her personal backstory, but it's a little more recent, some of her romantic history. And then there's a lot of good action at the end, too, setting up that there's definitely the main plot of trying to get underneath the whole detective angle of trying to get underneath who's distributing the monster serum, where's it coming from, but also now there's a mystery around her one of her former lovers, and I will tell you the name of this person. Lovers.
They were drinking champagne.
But Safia, maybe.
No, champagne.
It's spelled funny. It's like Safiyah. Safia. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. So
I'll go with that pronunciation. I have no idea.
But basically, this lady was responsible for. She had a little bar that she ran on kind of this remote island called the Desert Rose, and it was basically like a haven for ne'er-do-wells. That as long as she did favors for them, she kind of protected them, and they helped protect her little island. But she's gone now, and we've got some corporate encroachment. So we've got a couple stories that are building up, and all, to me, pretty interesting things. I can't show you guys as easily a lot of the splash pages and a lot of the cool stuff that I typically show you since you're not here. I'll try to show you this one. Bad light. What I took from this one was really that we're starting to now get into probably the meat of where at least this storyline is headed. I'm still into it. I like it a lot. The style. We've always said that like the art style is really cool. This is more of the kind of detective noir kind of look, and I like their use of kind of color and shading. It just gives it a nice tone, and it's a real good book. I recommend picking it up. Yeah,
Glad you dig on it.
Do they explore? Didn't you say she had like a tech guy that you don't really get to find out too much about their relationship? Has there been any more about their relationship?
Okay, so let me talk a little bit about that, and I think it's going to. This is one of those things where I could be totally wrong. I think it's possible that the tech guy is her dad, and now he's in jail, and so
that would make sense.
So part of what's happening, I think, is that she's trying to maybe clear his name a little bit too. I could be way off on that. I'll try to dig into it a little bit, but yeah, he doesn't appear in this one. Apparently, there's some sort of like a mobile bat cave that's like off the shore of this island that she's on, and she's talking to some.
The bat flotilla.
It is. It's like a yacht. It's like some sort of a water going bat cave thing.
Bat hard.
And there's some dude hanging out in there that's like some dude's hanging.
It's a broadsheet bottle with a bat thing on it.
But I don't know who the dude is. I can't tell you. Anyway, it's good. It's good. What I'm trying to do. It's very difficult. I want to encourage people to go out and buy these comics that I'm talking about. I'm trying to build some interest, but I also don't want to spoil them at all. Because I'm not going to sit here and like recite the story to you. I'm trying to get away from that. I was doing a lot more of that earlier on, and I'm trying not to do it so much.
Yeah, you definitely have to walk a fine line with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's fine with the first. So, you know, as far as like, having the, talking about the story and kind of fully going through the first comic, I think that gets people on board, and then, summations after that are fine.
Yeah.
So I think you're doing a good job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about this one. I know this one's going to be a lot more interesting to a lot more people probably, because this is kind of picking up the storyline that led us to the DC Rebirth situation. And I hope that maybe, Landon, you can help me add some color to this, because I know some of the history that led to this, but as far as how we got to the point where they did the, they did this recent reset back at the beginning of the year. I know it had something to do with the Flashpoint and a lot of it's a time crisis situation is really what's happened. And so
it's DC. I assume it was some sort of crisis.
Yeah, yeah,
a cash crisis. My pocket's empty.
I can tell you about the Flashpoint story arcs, but I can't. I can kind of tell you how we got to this point. I know it involves introducing Watchmen to current day DC, but past that, I really don't know more than that. Other than it is once again kind of a status quo reset for DC.
Yeah. Yeah, and basically what they've, as I was kind of reading about it, trying to do my own little history lesson as I started to read Batman number 21 here. I guess ever since the Rebirth, there have been kind of odd things that have been happening in different series. So not just in the Batman books, but in all of the Rebirth books, there have been just little things that have been off. And the characters are kind of noticing that something's wrong, but they don't really know for sure. Yeah. So this Batman comic, it starts out and it's like as if you're watching a hockey game broadcast between Gotham and Metropolis. They're the hockey teams that are in the playoffs, because those are the only two sports teams I ever hear about in the DC universe.
What? No love for Star City?
No, they're bitter. Yeah. These two are bitter rivals, and they only play each other. So of course they're in the playoffs together.
The Gotham Blues and the Metropolis Meatheads.
Yeah. But Batman's back at the Batcave. He's got the game on, as you would expect Batman does. He's hanging out in his man cave, Batcave, and he picks up the button. It's this smiley face button that's got the blood spot on it, and he's kind of juggling it between his fingers, and he flicks it onto his on his desk. And as it lands, it gets really close to the Psycho Pirate mask that he has. That I guess this is something he collected from one of the recent big events that had happened in the DC universe. And somehow getting the button close to the Psycho Pirate mask activates really kind of a rift in time, and he suddenly sees his father, but it's his father from the timeline where Bruce died, and his father is Batman.
So it's the Flashpoint.
Yeah,
Flashpoint timeline. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So he does. He kind of has one of those moments like reaching out for daddy. And his dad just says, "Bruce, I'm disappointed in you." No, he doesn't say that, but that would be great.
That would be awesome. You're doing a really crappy job, son. I know I've only got 5 seconds in this universe, but God bless you, you're crapping it out.
You didn't have parent issues before.
Exactly. You have really crapped all over the Wayne legacy, man. I don't know. This is not what I intended.
God dang Bush over there. What are you doing?
But the other thing that happens, after he realizes it's a hallucination, he tries to get in touch with Barry, and he's like, "Hey, I need you to come to the Batcave. Something's happened with the button." It also materializes Reverse Flash, who apparently was dead. And suddenly just poofs into existence because of this whatever energy he created. And we were playing with this name over the weekend. Eobard Thawne is the Reverse Flash.
Eobard Thawne.
Eobard
Is that what we decided on?
Thawne?
Or
anyway,
Lazarus Flash.
Yeah. So Reverse Flash shows up, starts beating Batman to death. Really, because I guess if he's vibrating. Like if the Reverse Flash is vibrating, nothing can touch him, and then he can. So Batman's like swinging at him, he can't hit him, and then he just
goes through him.
Yeah, and then he just like materializes and gives him a nice shot across the jaw. So he's literally like really beating Batman to a bloody pulp. It's pretty cool. What it does is when he talks to Barry, Barry's already tied up with some, I don't know, robot samurais or something. He's like, "Oh, I'm kind of tied up right now, but I can."
Can't get to you, buddy. Yeah. Maybe Thursday. I'm looking at here.
Well, he tells him
that scenario sounds very Flash-esque. I will say that's awesome.
And he's like,
a little busy right now.
Well, he literally says, "I'm a little busy. There's like 37 more of these guys. I'll be there in 60 seconds." So,
to be fair, with the Flash, that is a lifetime.
Yeah. So from then on until the Flash arrives at the Batcave, it does like every frame is a second countdown, which is pretty cool. But
60 frames.
Yeah, there's like 60 frames, 60, 59, 58.
Wow.
And every time Batman's taking like a huge like sucker punch right across the face, a nice big haymaker from Reverse Flash. So by the time time's countdown, it's down to like 10 seconds. Batman's down, and Reverse Flash goes to grab the button, and when he touches it, all of a sudden he like bamps out of the scene for a second. Whenever he comes back, he starts uttering that he saw God, and then he dematerializes. He basically turns, and it's like he saw the Ark of the Covenant, and he turns to a skeleton.
Whoa!
I wonder if he saw Mr. Manhattan.
Yeah, Yeah, see, you're thinking.
That is a possibility. And wow. Huh.
So then the Flash shows up. There's a skeleton of Reverse Flash on the floor, and Batman out on the floor. And he's like, "Party without me? Couldn't wait for me."
That dental plan is going to be used this week.
Whatever he says. So, obviously, opening up a lot of questions about what's going on here, but also starting to move that whole story forward about what exactly is going on with the DC rebirth. And the reference to Psycho Pirate, I didn't realize this. I read in an article that from the various time crises that have happened in the DC universe, apparently Psycho Pirate is the only one who has maintained his memory of each timeline. So somehow
that's just insane.
Yeah, everybody else
that
the
would
world
drive you crazy.
Yeah, the world changes and everybody else doesn't know, but somehow he has maintained
That's
a connection.
Psycho Pirate.
Yeah. So
that's the name.
It's the name. Makes sense.
So
but that is a very interesting concept for a character, and it seems like, especially with the DC, as often as they like to reset their continuity, you would he would get more and more important to the lore. So
it sounds like he probably will. I think they're gonna pull him back from whatever time vortex he's in. We'll probably see him soon. So anyway, I just thought I wanted to talk a little bit more about that one, because this is basically what's about to happen. Is I think over the next month, every week there's going to be another piece of this saga. So Daredevil comes out next week, and it'll have another piece of this one. Not Daredevil, Flash.
Daredevil.
Sorry, they both wear red leotards. So what can I say?
Took a turn.
I shouldn't be allowed to talk
big
anymore.
Crossover event.
Yeah,
lots of money.
So a lot to look forward to. Anyway, but good stuff. So thanks for voting. I appreciate those people that did. I hope you enjoyed listening to my recap of those two comics. I know I was a lot more vague about Batwoman, but I am trying to be pretty careful about not spoiling too much, because a lot kind of happened in that one, and I think people would appreciate seeing it for themselves. And if you have any interest in Batwoman at all, I really think you ought to pick it up. Go down to your comic book store, buy local, and get yourself a comic in your own hands. That's what I say.
Amen. Feel that paper.
Feel that paper on your finger.
So that'll wrap up our today's comic book corner. I'd like to now throw it on over to Landon Doan with today's Hot and Streamy.
All right, open up your earballs. It's coming in hot and it's coming in streamy. This afternoon, I have been playing the beta for PlayStation 4 version of Marvel Heroes Omega. It's kind of a Diablo 3 clone with Marvel skin over it. It's very fun, and this is something that I really like. It has local co-op. It has couch co-op. So I don't know if you played the console version of Diablo 3, but one of the more fun aspects of that was it had local co-op, so you and a friend could hang out and play on the same console in a generation where you have to have multiple consoles to play the same game multiplayer with your friends. So I like that aspect. And it's free to play, but I will say the beta is in the PlayStation Store right now. The cheapest package they have is $19.99. The $19.99 packages will get you Spider-Man or Deadpool, and they come with alternate skins. $39.99 will get you Star-Lord and Rocket Raccoon and Groot with alternative skins. There's an X-Men pack, which that's another thing I like. The X-Men have not been de-emphasized like pretty much every other Marvel property out there. There's the X-Men pack, comes with Wolverine, Beast, I believe Cyclops and Emma Frost, and then there's the Avengers pack. $60 gets you Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, Hawkeye, and Black Widow. And if you're the really hardcore fan and get all of those, you get an exclusive character of Iron Fist and the exclusive skin of Symbiote Spider-Man, aka the Black Spider-Man costume, aka the coolest costume in comic books. I doubt very few people will go that route to get the exclusive Iron Fist character and the exclusive skin, but I definitely feel like this is
not after the Netflix turnout.
Well, exactly. Yeah, fair enough. And it is interesting, especially after the Netflix turnout, that they made Iron Fist the quote-unquote exclusive character that you had to. Well, yeah, or at least on the cheaper end of the scale. Yeah, that's the
$2 scale.
There are. I want to say the roster that's going to launch later this. I think it comes out in a couple weeks, so like later this spring/summer. Excuse me. It's going to have 40 characters from your A-list characters, Captain America, Wolverines, all the way down to obscure characters, obscure characters like Squirrel Girl. So I think it's cool. It has a huge array of characters. Like I said, free to play, and every hero you can play free up to level 10. At that point, if you want to continue playing that character, you have to purchase it. Like I said, if you're a fan of the Diablo 3 console version, I highly recommend you checking it out. It will be free to play when it launches to the masses, but right now it's locked behind a beta paywall. But check it out. Gazillion Entertainment makes it. Follow them on Twitter at Gizmillion, and check it out. Hit me up on PlayStation. It's fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Is it just exclusive to PlayStation?
Right now, console-wise, it is exclusive to PlayStation. It's been on the PC for years. It's free to play there. I'm a fan of it on Steam. They have said they are working on an Xbox One version, but they don't know when it's going to come out because they announced that the PlayStation 4 version of this was going to come out, I want to say like 18 months ago, and it was
good Lord.
Yeah, it was very vague until it's like, oh, by the way, it's here. Like we added Omega to the name of it, and it's here. By the way, like it dropped the 21st of April in the PlayStation Store, and I'm a big fan of it. And unless I missed it, there was little to no fanfare for it. So who knows when it's going to drop on the Xbox? So right now, console-wise, it is exclusive to the PlayStation 4.
So my family and I are huge Diablo 3 players. Like that was one of the biggest reasons that game got so much play in this house is because everybody could play. And, you know, you can play 4 players locally and get your dungeon crawling fill in. But people could join you online, too. So you could be playing couch co-op, and then you could party in people who were online, too. And it was just a ton of fun. That's one of my favorite cooperative games that I've played on the PS4. Really, it's a lot of fun. So hearing this, it's very tempting to me. I feel like I need to hook this one up. For sure.
Yeah, definitely check it out if you get the opportunity. And unlike Diablo 3, this is rated T for teen, so it is more family friendly.
That didn't stop me.
You know, yeah, exactly. Diablo in this scheme of things isn't really that bad. I mean, come on. It's just demons.
Exactly. It's demon blood.
Exactly. But yeah, check it out. It's a lot of fun.
My daughter's mind.
You get a free pass.
I will say local co-op, it's only 2-player, not 4-player like Diablo. So,
okay.
But still 2-player.
Yeah,
fun
that's
stuff.
Cool. Isn't it interesting though that you do? It's the same thing in movies too. That you get a pass as long as you can be slaughtering anything as long as it's not humans, aliens, demons, whatever it is.
Humans or puppies? Don't
puppies, right? Don't touch the puppies. Yeah, you do that, you're going to get your R rating, buddy. You go kick a dog.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you can
kick dogs.
Put a sledgehammer through an alien's head, and PG, PG-13.
It was just aliens, yeah whatever. Yeah,
chainsaw monsters, aliens.
Yeah,
it's
not the family cat.
Star Wars got away with it by killing battle droids by the thousands.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Or I mean, they really skirt the rules too with stormtroopers too, because we didn't know in the original trilogy if they were robots or not, so it was okay watching thousands of them get blasted and blown up.
That is true, and anyway. Marvel Heroes kind of skirts that same line, because I will say hero or villain-wise, you do run into some like named villains, but you fight a lot of faceless Hydra and hand ninjas and some robots. So yeah, it's very similar to what you're talking about.
They're fighting a war of attrition.
Like, was it Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game where the Foot Clan, but they were all robots.
Yeah.
They were all
exactly, yeah. They would just break apart and show robot parts. It's like, oh, you didn't murder this guy. You just broke a robot.
Clang?
Okay.
Did you say Clang?
Go ask your mom for more quarters.
Oh dear. No, it's like, it was the only time Leonardo was like, yes, I get to use my katanas.
Yep, that reach.
That's exactly. You're worthless if you're fighting humans. You're not going to be able to dice up, like, decapitate people and cut off limbs. That's not allowed. Robots have at it.
I like you, but garbage. Have zero reach.
Yeah.
But, that's my review of,
Nice.
I guess, running review of the beta of Marvel Heroes. Check it out. Really looking forward to it when it comes out free to play for everybody past the beta.
Free to all.
Fun stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, and you get cool stuff if you buy one of the packs. Like you get skins and like money to buy other characters. So I mean, check it. If you think you're going to be interested, maybe drop $20 on it. I say it's worth it.
Cool. Sounds good. I mean, I wish it was on Xbox.
Yeah, coming soon.
Like a lot of fun.
But I don't know when. Like I said, it's on the PC, so if you're part of the gaming master race, check it out there.
Are you playing it right now while we speak to you?
Actually, I did have to put it on pause. It is on in the background.
Nice.
Wolverine's like, hey, bub, I've been sitting on pause for like 20 minutes.
Well, and that is one of the things. I bought the Spider-Man pack because, of course, I did. And if you like idle, they'll be like, "Hey, I don't have the patience of a spider. Let's get moving."
I do like those little things they throw into games where it's kind of just to kind of keep you on your toes, or if they say something like, "What did he just say to me?" So.
Well, you would actually dig. There's a feature in Heroes, like if you're in the world and you see another character, they might make a reference to that character. Like if they were to see it, be like, Spider-Man always calls Logan short, so he's like, "Hey, troll, I thought you would be hiding under a bridge or something." Yeah,
that's cool. That's like the Overwatch thing. Like when the characters are hanging out and waiting for a round to start, they might talk to each other and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very cool. It's the little touches that put it over the top.
Absolutely, with anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's all in the details.
That's cool. I only have a little.
Get your premium roast on, Matt.
Yeah, I only have a little bit of roast, and it's because Samsung has left a sour taste in my mouth this week.
Uh-oh.
You want to go? It's very short. It's very to the point. But let me tell you, when you offer something, you should have the supplies to supply it. And also, when you make this a special offer, this is air quotes. I know no one can hear air quotes, but I'm gonna make them. But
we saw
special offer for people who, decide on a large purchase early, like a pre-order. You should at least say how much of that special offer you have, with on top of it that everyone's going to be able to take that opportunity at the same time, not at staggered points depending on country and who knows, service provider luck.
Yeah.
Because I decided the S8 was the time to move this year. My lonely little Note 4 just couldn't chug along much faster. So I made the pre-order, and there was supposed to be some pre-order gimmies. One of which is a VR set, which is cool. You just register for it. And then the other one is an experience box that you can upgrade to if you want to do that instead. And that box had a 256 card, 256 gigabyte card. It had some wireless headphones, and it had the VR set with that also. Well, you're supposed to get your phone, which was released on the 21st of April, and you could register for it. They did not say that they only had 300,000 units. You're talking over 1 million pre-orders on this phone. They also did not mention that the UK, Korea, and some other countries got their phones somewhere around the 14th or 15th and were able to register for this.
Ooh.
Oh no.
And the plot thickens as Sprint released their phones on the 19th. So anyone else got the big screw job.
That sucks. That really sucks. Yeah.
So I feel like that opportunity was just kind of like a kick in the balls.
It really was. It's like
hey.
It's almost like a Black Friday thing. It's like, look at this TV you can get for $100.
Exactly.
Oh, by the way, we only have one
for $50.
Exactly. We have half of one, so come get it.
Yeah, half of one. It's not at this store either.
Exactly.
I feel like those kind of come-ons are really gonna. I mean, granted, I've stuck with Samsung because I've bought a lot of Samsung stuff, and I'll never go to Apple because I don't do the Empire stuff. I'm telling
One
you,
of us. One of us.
Over the little leaf on the Apple symbol, it is the Death Star. Just saying.
Well, Star Wars rules, so I'm okay with that.
Hey, aren't you an Empire guy?
I am not that
So
Empire.
Mr. Hilton over here.
That's the economic logistic part that I don't care for. Vader doesn't even get involved. He's like, not to me. But I'm just saying, they had the whole Note 7 debacle, and then you do something like this? What are you doing?
Doesn't seem like good business.
Yeah, you've stubbed your toe with the Note 7. Don't get me wrong. You recalled them. You help people out. People are still pissed about it, but you kind of made a wayward forward with it. Now you've lopped off their freaking ankles with this. The outrage on the internet's insane. I wanted to be one of them. I was like, I don't have time to type all these comments. I got other things to do.
Let all the other trolls handle it. They've got it.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
I got Star Trek Discovery gripes. Come on, I got things to type, and it ain't for that.
But I totally get your angle here, though.
Mm-hmm, yeah, just the outrage, because it's like the freebies sound like a really good incentive. Like, as the consumer, if I came into that at neutrally, if I was presented with that might put me over the top. And now it's like this almost feels like bait and switch.
It is. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. And then everybody is supposed to get a VR headset. It's a Samsung VR Oculus with the remote. Nice. It's a good deal with the pre-orders, but the thing is when you register for it, first off, you have to prove you bought it, which means you have to have the receipt. So you don't get that till the 21st, most of us. But on top of that, it says at the bottom, 2 weeks review time to make sure your receipt's legit, 4 to 8 weeks delivery.
Shoot.
Wow. Well,
people are not going to see this thing till like end of summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking 6 to 10 weeks total time. That's rough.
Yeah.
So what it sounds like is they didn't build up their stock of the VR headsets ahead of time, and they're waiting until people register and show their receipts in order to start manufacturing them. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
They with the pre-orders, they knew how many people were going to be getting these things. They could have started preparing for that. That's crazy.
That's the purpose of pre-orders.
Yeah, I don't get this at all. I don't like artificial scarcity either, and I feel like
Nintendo. I'm looking at you.
Right. Well, it happens with every console, every new technology that comes out. This happens, and you cannot tell me that the geniuses that are creating these devices and doing the statistical studies on the market data have no idea what the demand for their product is going to be. You can't tell me that.
Yeah, seriously.
So, congratulations to those people who get 2 or 3 of an item and get to sell it for 5 times what it's worth at Christmas time.
Oh, no, let me even tell you. As soon as I saw that it was out, I go, let me check eBay.
Mm-hmm. He did little typing. Typing fingers.
How much?
It was to get this bundle, because you already getting the VR. To get this bundle, it would have cost you $100 extra, which everybody was offering so much off of the phone. So you kind of would have,
netted
ended up, about what you paid for the phone anyway.
Yeah. Almost broken even.
Yeah, almost breaking even. So, $99. I was right there on the term. I just couldn't get there. But you get on eBay, the lowest it is selling for, and this is people have no shame. It's just I got the bundle box. Here it is, $175 start.
Yep.
Yeah. Starting bid. Not by now, a starting bid.
That's capitalism.
Everybody has to get theirs, right?
They can burn in hell.
But these manufacturers who do create these scarcities, they're the ones that create these secondary markets.
It is.
So
that's what it is.
If there's ever been a case for don't hate the player, hate the game, this might be that situation. Don't hate the seller, hate the manufacturer.
Yeah. I heard so many people, because I had talked to a lot of, while I waited at Best Buy for 2 hours for them to get to me at 8 o'clock at night. I don't know who shows up at that time except me, but I have a life. I don't know about those other people.
Yeah, you have a job. Oh, whoops.
And not a popper. But everybody was doing their own little, I'm going to trade the headphones for this, or from this for a friend, or we're going in halvesies and I'm getting the card and they're getting the headphones, or I'm getting the headphones, they're getting the card. Everybody had their own little small deals they were working out for this system.
Oh, sure.
Little did we all know that we were already screwed. It's kind of like when you're at Christmas. It's Christmas Eve, and you're in your bed, and you're thinking, oh, I know they're going to buy me that Nintendo. I know I'm going to get a Nintendo. And you get up, and it's a goddamn Atari from the pawn shop. I mean, it's just.
I feel like you're speaking from experience here, Matt.
Oh, no, I didn't get an Atari from the pawn shop. I enjoyed the Atari when we had it, 2600.
Brag.
Still got it, baby.
Did you also have E.T.? Did you play E.T.?
I did not have E.T., but I had Journey, the game.
Okay. I had E.T.
No sense to music. Though it did have 8-bit, well, not 8-bit music. It was, I don't know, half a bit or whatever the Atari was.
It might have been 4-bit at that point.
Maybe. We're real boundaries here saying it was 4-bit.
I have a great little tale to tell to our youngins that listen to the podcast. So this is what we called entertainment when I was a child. We had this game, and I'm pretty sure it was called something like Keymaster, and it was an Atari game. You plugged it into the system. It was an Odyssey game. Sorry. It was an Odyssey game, and you plugged it into the system, and the Odyssey had a little keypad that you could attach to it, and you would type words, and it would say the words in an Android voice.
Oh, yes! Yes,
all right. Yeah, okay.
That's what the game was, but of course, being a child, a preteen child, that becomes how many curse words do I know how to spell?
Sentences you can put together with curse words
and make the robot say really dirty things. Hours of enjoyment. I'm just going to tell you, it didn't take much back then.
There you go. I mean, heck, we were doing the same with our calculators. God knows what we would have done if our calculators could have talked. So I completely understand.
Oh, boobs.
58008. Hey, dude, look what I talked. Yeah, boobs.
Boobs are sweet.
Yep. Good.
They are sweet.
Good.
We are pro boobs here on Nerd News Cafe. I'm not afraid to say it.
Stand by it.
We have decided that since the last debate, we've decided to induce a new debate this week. We are going to do
a twist, if you will.
A debate.
Three-way, gentlemen. A three-way, right here on the podcast.
Woo! I don't know. So, do you want to tell us, Justin, what the debate is going to be between the three of us?
I will, but first, let's take a look back and recap the events of last week.
Go ahead and recap that.
Well, mainly because we have to pick a winner of the digital comic. That's really...
Yeah, there is that whole thing we promised about digital codes for stuff. Yeah, we probably need to follow through with that.
That's not my department. That is not my department.
That is true.
I don't think we even said which comic we were giving away this time, but since we did gold last time... Why don't we do blue? X-Men Blue. How about that?
There we go. Makes sense.
All right. So we got a few retweets. We did get enough votes for there to be a winner this time, but we also decided, it doesn't matter who goes up against Landon. We're all going to lose. I'm surprised.
Champ.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Landon didn't win the vote anyway, even though he wasn't involved. But. For the record, it was really
did not reflect the retweets this week.
It was really close though, but actually, I ended up getting a couple more votes on my Facebook, and I think I edged you out by one, Matt. But that may have. I will be honest. I voted for myself, so if you want to throw that one out,
you're supposed to vote for yourself.
It's a tradition.
Exactly. Yeah.
You got to vote for yourself. Okay, so this week we got. According to my calculations, we have 6 retweets, but this is only showing me 5. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can get this figured out. All right. It looks like we have 4 candidates for the digital comic this week. So we're going to use the random number generator, and we will pick a winner from those 4. someday, and just by the way, that means you all have a 25% chance to win. So I'm
great odds.
Those are great odds for a free comic book.
Exactly. You don't even have to do much of anything except hit a button. That's it.
No pants required.
Okay, here we go. Generating a random number, ladies and gentlemen. And the big winner is number 4. So, Landon, who would that be?
That would be Thomas Walker.
Oh, Thomas. Hey, that's number 2 for Thomas.
Yep, 2 for Thomas. So
good job,
congratulations, Thomas. You just won yourself X-Men, whatever color
blue.
we didn't give away last time. Blue. Yes, X-Men blue.
Lots of fart jokes and
you're my boy, Blue.
nudity and
you'll have no idea Dennis Leary was an X-Men until you read this comic. So there you go.
Let me tell you something about the X-Men.
That's a pretty good Leary. I like it.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
He's one of my favorites.
All right, so getting to the debate this week, we are going to do a one-on-one round, and it's going to be a little bit of a speed round, too. We're only going to do 2 minutes each. So I was reading in the news that apparently Disney had some people walking around the parks this past week surveying guests about what would they think about a Star Wars-themed hotel. And it wasn't even just like as simple as that. There were artist renderings of what this would look like, and there you could get enough from the survey to determine that apparently a package would be like a 2-night stay. They'd have groups of people checking in at the same time because the whole point was that there would be a 2-day story that would play out while you were at the hotel. Live character interactions, you can get involved with it if you want to, or you can just watch. You can do lightsaber training, flight simulations. You can even do secret missions if you choose to get so involved. And part of the package is a day admission to Star Wars Land where you get to go and do some more stuff, probably spin-off missions from the stuff going on at the hotel. I'm just going to tell you right now that this is absolute nerd fantasy.
Yeah, seriously, it's like, can I just give you my bank account number and we'll just settle up after the fact?
Yeah.
I was just thinking at the end of your stay, if like a guy in like maybe a full black suit with like maybe a breathing apparatus and a cape runs you out with like this lightning sword and you have to like get your bags out and run out like rebels.
Or they could do, because it's supposed to be like you're on a spacecraft, like a really large. I don't know if it's supposed to be a space station per se, but it would be kind of cool if there was like an evacuation sound going off on the day you had to check out. And it's like, the base is under. Oh, it could be like Hoth, like you're on Hoth, and like stormtroopers have entered the base. Stormtroopers have entered.
That would create so much unnecessary panic. It'd be great.
It would be awesome. People would be trampled. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic. The true Star Wars experience. Wait, what? No.
So,
people leaping out of windows.
But just thinking about how cool that would be, it just got me thinking, what other themed hotels might we enjoy staying at for a couple of nights? So I thought this might be a fun idea to kind of kick around between the three of us and see what we could come up with. So that's the debate for today. We are going to try to convince you that we're basically doing a pitch for a theme hotel. We're all going to pitch one. We got 2 minutes to do it. And then we're going to throw the poll out there, the hashtag No Pants poll. And you, the people, will get to pick which one of these all of Landon's bank account is going to be funding.
He is bankrolling one of them.
That's
I'm
right.
already telling you, Firefly World, I will personally finance.
All right.
Adjusters at the door.
So
exactly.
Let me put 2 minutes on the clock here. And then does anyone have a preference about who wants to go first? No? It doesn't sound like it.
Yeah.
Shrugs all around.
Yeah, don't have a preference on
Hugs
that.
and hugs.
Okay. I'll go first. How about that? I never go first. I'm going to be selfish and go first. Take it. Eat it and like it.
Yourself first.
Snitches.
That just escalated quickly.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
Screw you guys! Screw you! Just get angry for no apparent reason. That's fun. That's a fun game to play.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's very popular these days.
All right, well, it is. You can become president with that kind of approach. All right, I've got two minutes on the clock. Here, let me see if I can. You guys probably can't see the 2 minutes because I'm too far away, but it's 2 minutes, and I'm going to start it now.
Yeah, we'll go with what you say.
Stir it up.
Don't use my 2 minutes. Okay, so my dream idea, of course, would have been having a Star Wars hotel. Well, it sounds like that's a real possibility. So I have to go to my second choice for this pitch, and that would be a haunted, not necessarily a haunted mansion themed hotel, although that would be super cool, but really just a haunted hotel experience. Not a real, I don't want to deal with real ghosts, not real ones. No. I'm not trying to suggest that we put Ouija boards in every room and try to summon Abe Vigoda and get some real action going on there. We don't need that going on. I mean like a haunted experience hotel. So from the time you check in, and it could probably start slow, but you just get the feeling that something kind of odd is going on. There would be secret passages in this place. There'd be lighting effects, two-way mirrors, fog. And I could imagine it would have restaurants, where the theming would continue there, the experience would continue there. But you could have, the housekeeping staff walking around either as ghosts or monsters or some various things. But you would have to understand what you were signing up for, and that would be thrills and chills like throughout the night. So things could happen to you in your room while you're trying to sleep.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like just various, and it could be room features, or it could be somebody like banging on your wall, or like you're, in the bathroom trying to take a shower. All of a sudden the lights go out. When the lights come on, it's like,
oh hell no.
It's like red coming out of the shower. I don't know how they do it, but it'd be so freaking cool. Just basically designed to terrify and play on all of your fears. I have 14 seconds. So I think this would be really cool. I think it'd be really fun, but they'd have to have like safe zones and things like that. So if you were, or like you could just tap out and say, I want my room to not be active. I only want it outside. If you had those kind of options, those kind of features, I think it would be really cool, and I would be signed up for it. There you go.
All right.
There you go. Haunted hotel, guys.
Interesting.
All right.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Next, where are we going?
I'll go.
All right. Okay. Matt's going to close us out. Landon will be the man in the middle. Man in the middle.
Give it, man.
All right. I will start my time.
I got it. You want to do it? Okay, you do it.
Yeah, so I can see how long I got.
Gotcha.
All right, you ready? All
Go.
right. 3, 2, 1. Okay, my, answer for this is going to be my personal dream for going for the interactive resort and park experience. I'm going to advocate for the Avengers Initiative.
Yeah.
You stay in a resort that is themed either after a SHIELD helicarrier, or on the higher end scale, you could stay in Valhalla based on what we see in the Thor movies for your, true pleasure stuff. It'll be a 2-day experience, much like the Star Wars. You'll be a new Avenger recruit when stuff goes down. One of the story arcs is going to be the Chitauri invasion, much like out of Avengers. See, you can have synergy with the park itself and the movies. The second story arc that would come out would be the Infinity Wars, just in time for the Infinity Wars Part 2. And if Marvel ever decides to bring the mutants and X-Men back into their good graces, they could do Xavier Institute for the young guys resort. You could do X-Men versus Brotherhood of Mutants versus mutant experiences in the park. You could go to Marvel themed designations like restaurants and do events. You could go to the Daily Bugle, file a report. And here's the kicker for everybody that wants to turn heel: you could be secretly recruited by Hydra. And this could, you being a sleeper Hydra agent, could carry over multiple times through these visits throughout the park. So you wouldn't necessarily have to reveal yourself as a double agent if you knew you were coming back. But with my last 15 seconds, if I was to tell Universal what to do to answer this oncoming Star Wars resort, take everything I just said, replace Marvel with Harry Potter. That would make all the money. 3, 2, 1, screw Flanders.
Nice.
Yep.
I like that.
I think Hydra.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I like that a lot.
The Hydra thing could be really, really cool. And I mean, like, further story arcs, you could do Civil War, you could do Secret Wars, cool stuff. Even and if the resort ever closed, you could do the Avengers disassemble storyline.
Yeah, I really like that. Cool. And I know that, like you said, there's the issue with the ownership of the X-Men, but I really like the idea of the Xavier's Home for the Gifted, like being able to say, God, that would be really cool.
You could go to the Danger Room with your buddies.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's where they have like all the breakfast and dinners and stuff like that. The Danger Room.
Breakfast. The only thing that would be
maybe
better.
It's like in the medieval times, just people just battling it out in the middle, you know?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, steer clear. Juggernaut's coming this way.
Gotta go.
I think it'd be cool.
I like it.
The Star Trek version would, if you were staying at a place like that, they'd have a holodeck, and you could go. That would be. You were talking about the pleasure angle.
Dude,
There's your pleasure
angle. If they had a working holodeck, like I will move in there. Like screw reality.
This is where I live now.
Exactly. Send my mail.
No, this is not a guest room. It is now.
Exactly.
Make sure.
Hey, look at me. I'm the captain now.
You have to just send in the cleanup crew when I'm done.
That's right. Not responsible.
All right, Matt, are you bringing it to your fantasy resort?
I am bringing it to my fantasy resort. Now, see, you guys thought I was going to go Star Trek, but it's almost there. It's not quite Star Trek. It's almost the same thing, though. Let me get my timer ready to go here. I hope it works out. All right, I'm going to start my time now. Okay, so my fantasy resort, I like both of your guys' ideas. It's pretty cool, but I feel like mine's going to be all that and more, because my fantasy resort is an AR holographic resort. It's the hotel you want to be at, because it's whatever you want it to be. Do I want a sci-fi scape, weird landscape? Yes, I do. And when I put on the goggles, or maybe just a small Google Glass kind of thing that's very comfortable, very fitting, the whole landscape looks how I want it to. Everything. I'm seeing aliens. I'm seeing things happen, atrocities if I want them. You know, the whole Westworld experience if I need it. But say the kids aren't into, watching aliens kill each other or me bash them down. No, they want to hang out. They want to hang out with, maybe Sonic. Maybe they'll hang out with Mario, or even Mickey or Minnie. They could have kind of an AI talking with them. Hey, you want to go on an adventure with us to Kidland? Bye, kids. Love you. I'm going to go kill aliens. I love you. And that's what you go do, because everything is there. All this AR is put up on the screen. You're hearing it. You're seeing it. But only you are hearing and seeing it. Or maybe you could share it with another headset, you and the wife, you and the husband. It doesn't matter. You guys are experiencing it together or separate. Maybe she just wants to relax and see, the Venezuelan countryside and drink wine and see men and banana hammocks walking around, That's her experience for a hotel. She doesn't leave the very monotone poolside, because in her reality, she's seeing it all. I mean, it is all good. My last 10 seconds here. So everything you could possibly want is there for you all the time. And now that they've developed AR to be able to taste and smell things, you don't even need real food. You just get food. And that's all I got. Screw Flanders.
There we go. Yeah.
So this idea, like just the thought of it, on the surface, I feel like this is a brilliant idea, because you're right. They could... all their decor, their furniture, everything could be very bland, just basically like white blocks and just nondescript. All their people could be in just, nondescript garb. They'd probably have to wear like motion capture stuff, because you would be able to like interact with their people. But here's the thing that I was thinking: if everybody's experiencing something totally different, that's where the hilarity would ensue, because everyone would look like freaking maniacs.
Just flailing everywhere.
It's like, resort AR videos. It'll be like the new Faces of Death or any of those other crazy videos they've tried to sell us over the years of stupidity and crappy junk.
You'd have a guy like me that had it on like the horror setting, and then like a child playing in the lobby, like with Mickey Mouse or whatever, and I walk over and I'm
Frozen World.
I'm screaming at the child. Ah!
Maybe they'll put the full full mask unit on you. You know, the whole muzzle, you know, thing that goes down, almost like a gas mask. You can't hear him in it. He's fine.
I just think there could be a lot of humor come out of that resort.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's running.
Very cool idea, though.
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah, I thought it'd be cool.
You went the route of you can have it all. You don't have to just pick one experience.
Now, I will say the limitations are probably touch and feel. You know, there's not going to be so much textile, you know, kind of thing. Like, you know, yes, she sees the hot Brazilian in the banana hammock there, but she can't.
Again, back to the banana hammock.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, for the women here, you know, we're talking about boobs. I'm trying to even the kilt, you know, trying to get the
I
ship
hadn't
right.
thought of that. That's true.
Just saying, we do have female listeners. I am sure of it.
Matt's
somewhere.
all inclusive. I love it.
Oh, wait. Does that mean we all have to suddenly say we are pro banana hammock to make it equal?
I've always been pro banana
Aren't
hammock.
you
What are you
guys wearing
talking
one? I thought that's what we agreed on when we did this.
about? Yeah, that's our first piece of merchandise coming. Nerd News Cafe banana hammocks.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be really cool.
Would it be?
It
would. It
would.
really be awesome?
It is.
Yeah. I would love that.
So my logo goes anywhere I want it.
God,
I'm going to dig into that.
like
coming
smuggling
soon.
Blueberries.
Oh, he's gonna
Oh.
dig into it. Wearing a song, brother.
Word choice. Yeah, coming soon to our nerdnewscafe.com website that you can go check out and interact with us. An online store where you can buy your own banana hammock.
Yep.
Get your coffee cup in a banana hammock.
Ever evolving Nerd News Cafe.
That's right.
That's right. We're always thinking.
All right. Well,
All right.
now we're going to throw it to the people because we couldn't judge this one. Not one of us could judge.
Nope.
So we are going to need votes. So I assume Matt and I are going to split the votes that one of us would have gotten versus Landon. So this is probably going to be like 1 to 1 to 15. So
Yeah, this is gonna be like the Ross Perot election all over again. God knows who's gonna win now.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the three-way debate. That was fun.
yeah, it was good. We could do
like
it. We could do it this way every time.
If you guys like it, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Let us.
Then we all
Yeah.
we'll all get to debate every time. It won't just be Landon
Yeah,
that
Landon
gets to do it.
versus the world.
We should start
And then
bringing in.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I was getting kind of tired of beating you guys up every week. It was exhausting, you know.
I'm sure it's got dust on it at this point. He's like, I never get it out. Sits in a case.
And plus, I had to deal with bias judging an editor who was
my
obviously
God.
against me.
Hey.
The world was clearly against me, yet I won every damn week because I truly am people's champion.
Now listen, in the I will tell you this. When we did the debate over the Call of Duty movie franchise, you basically showed up and went vote for Landon.
Yeah.
And you wanted to win?
I won. I'm sorry. Scoreboard. And plus, I shouldn't have to show up and tell you why the Call of Duty movie franchise is a bad idea.
In a debate format, you do.
Oh my God! Do I really have to win this debate again?
No. All
Thank
I'm
you.
saying is, I think that.
See, the judges are against me.
No.
See, I win in spite of the odds. I truly am the underdog of the Nerd News Cafe. People's champ.
I'm going to tell you that my approach, every time I debated you from now on, was going to be the Trump approach. I wasn't going to research anything. I was going to make... I was just going to start making really wild, unfounded claims about everything that I wanted to debate for.
Hey, you can't do that. That's what I do.
So the next time
No
we debate...
basis of fact behind anything I say. You can't take that away from me. That's my gift.
So the next time we debate, you're going to say that my dad tried to kill JFK?
Yeah. I will. Whatever.
The third.
Hey, you know what? I appreciate the strategy. It obviously didn't pay off for you because I am undefeated, but, you know, I still appreciate it.
I didn't say I employed that yet. That was going to be the new strategy.
No, it's alternative fact.
I did. I do everything.
All right. Which one of us is going to start wrapping this thing up? Should I handle it, or Matt? You want to tell?
Take us out. So, if you guys want to comment or talk to us, or jump in the conversation, or let us know if you like something, you don't like something, definitely hit us up at nerd_news_cafe on Twitter. Please vote in the hashtag No Pants Poll, because it does not require any kind of clothing from waist down.
And if you retweet, you get that comic code, guys. It was a 25% or 4-to-1 odds or whatever you want to get this week. It was ridiculous. Yep.
I mean, ridiculous. You could have won by falling asleep on your phone on that Twitter button. I mean, that easy.
We're doing it for you. We're doing it for you.
We're giving crap away. We're just giving it to you. We're like, we love ya. Here you go. Like a dad and a beer and his son. I don't know if that even works. So here we go. If you guys want to reach out to us on the fan page, we're on Facebook, Nerd News Cafe. We have a website, nerdnewscafe.com. We have a email for any kind of long-standing letter you want to send us, praising our names and telling us how great we are. nerdnewscafe@gmail.com. If you hate us, you cannot stand us, you hate listen to us, that is at Landaz. You send all it's there because he does enjoy those trollific kind of things that happen his way. He is prepared.
Bring it on, ding-dongs.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week for your comments in that genre. I think I have wrapped it up as far as what you can reach out to us.
Jay, you got anything to plug?
You got anything plugged?
Just wanted to mention once again, be on the lookout for us, our faces, on Free Comic Book Day, May 6th. Come down to Nerdvana in Knoxville. We will be there recording live and interacting with you, our amazing fans. And if you aren't a fan yet, you will be. You're going to listen back to this and you'll be like, Justin called it. Right there on that episode, I didn't even know them, and he was right. And now I'm on board. So
mandatory fun will be had by all.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
That
You're not having fun.
that was the main thing. Oh, I do want to say this too. I have connected our Podbean, the server that hosts our audio. I've connected it to YouTube now. So every time that I upload a new podcast, it's automatically being ported to YouTube. So if for some reason you prefer to listen to your podcast on YouTube, you have that option now. Nerd News Cafe.
Very cool.
You can
All
find
right,
us
that's
there.
right.
I'm sure we can throw a link up to the YouTube page or channel wherever these videos drop.
Yep,
so
we can do it.
Listeners can find it better. All right, so for Matt Weaver and Justin Krutzinger, I am Landon Doan. Thanking you for joining us for another edition of Nerd News Cafe. Stir it up. You've been great. We've been Nerd News. Good night.
Good night. All right.
That felt like an episode.
It did.
That was right.